Hello everyone, welcome to the 27th episode of the Hiatus Review. Today we have a house guest. This was not an episode I was looking forward to before I started this, so let's just cut all the bullshit and jump into what I like about house guest. So for what I like about house guest, and there's three things and they're all relatively short, so I'll keep it brief. The Steve and Greg relationship in the beginning and the end of the episode is cute. The duct tape scene at the end is funny, and Pearl's reaction to Greg hugging her, while being funny at the time, learning later that Greg actually stole Rose from Pearl makes it a lot more interesting as a whole, so that's all good. There's not much to talk about with all that, so let's jump into what I don't like about house guest. So what do I not like about house guest? One problem I have is that Greg is really out of character in this one. He doesn't like to hang around magic stuff, yet he does anyway. He even states that wouldn't this mess up Steven's training, and Pearl immediately responds with yes. At that point, Greg should be like, alright fine, I won't stay in the house, so I will not even get anywhere near any magic stuff because he hates it. He hates being near it, it makes him incredibly uncomfortable. Another thing is he doesn't like to hurt Steven, even accidentally. He wouldn't even take the risk of pretending to be hurt because that could mess up Steven out overall. Seeing him just fail to save his father could end up messing him up down the road, which Greg is smart enough to know it wouldn't do that. And even if he did end up staying in the house, he wouldn't get in the way of the missions like he does in the episode. He wouldn't continuously call him. Steven said, hey, we're going on a magic mission. Greg would respect that. Again, he's too smart for that. Everything he does this episode is so out of character for him and so assholey, which is totally not who Greg is, that I have a huge problem with that just throughout the entire episode because every conflict is based on it. So the fact that Greg is out of character to set up those conflicts is a big problem. And I get it, that all this stuff happens for this episode to exist, but here's the thing, this episode doesn't need to exist. We already know Greg and Steven love each other and that Greg's not in Steven's life. We don't need an episode to set any of that up. So there's no reason for it to exist in the first place. So it's a bad episode as a whole because Greg doesn't act like this normally. And so let's just jump into the final verdict so I can talk about how much I don't like about this one. So for my final verdict, which you can probably guess based on the dislike part of this, I don't like house guest. Every conflict in this episode is based around the idea that Greg would get in the way of Steven and mess him up, which he wouldn't do, even in the way he did it. Like, yeah, he didn't do it on purpose, but he's too smart for this. And everything he's ever done for Steven has gotten in the way of his own happiness. He'd be totally fine with continuing to do that. Nothing Greg does in this episode makes any sense, and that hurts the episode as a whole because that's what starts every single conflict. So as a whole, this episode is just bad. And that's all I have for you today. I don't really want to go more into that because I don't like being negative. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I stupid? Yes, but am I stupid about this is the real question, and I want to know what you guys think. So if you disagree with me, don't hate on me. Just let me know that you disagree and explain why. We're going to have a civil conversation about it. And that's all, so I will see you guys next time.